Issue 9 is here at last. Yeah. Secrets are all falling fast. Do tell, do tell. Torn apart from heart to mask. Yaoja, yaoja. Heroes fighting to the last. Back the book and make your day. No big hop. Go with curiosity. Trippy shop and drop. Trippy shop and drop. An awesome book that's sure to slay. Bring it up straight to the top. We got your back, baby. No one ever stop. The Great Cyclopean. The great, the greater, the greatest. Click, clack, boom, boom, and bloom. GC9 on Fun My Comic. Dropping names. Great Cyclopean 9 on FMC. This ain't no game. GC9 so fine on FMC. Got no shame. Good stuff exclusively. Let's make it rain. The great, the greater, the greatest. On FMC right now. The Great Cyclopean. Issue 9, baby. Bring back Boom Doom. Bring back issues free at HeroShack.com. Free PDFs. Evil lurks throughout the land. It's eating at the common man. The darkness seeks to pull you down. Push your line into the ground. What's wrong is right, what's right is wrong. You know the truth, so keep it strong until the final battle comes. Brother, we're the only ones. Titans rise to crush the demons. Justice is back in season. Rise to crush the villains. Justice is back in season. Titans rise, crush the wicked. Justice is back in season. Titans rise, crush the wicked. Justice is back in season. Captain or a leader of the team. Thunder fist, the secret in the shadows. Vulcan spear than any bullet. Moonstar, the mind is deeper than the whale. Titans rise to crush the demons. Justice is back in season. Rise to crush the villains. Justice is back in season. Titans rise, crush the wicked. Justice is back in season. Titans rise, crush the wicked. Justice is back in season. Melvin, it's Melvin. You want Melvin? I want you to want Melvin. I'm a disco mercenary, but the love for some punk rock. I'm a fever busting warrior, an evil Iron shot. Melvin, it's Melvin. You want Melvin, don't you really? I want you to want Melvin. It's a boogie woogie, bust 'em up. Melvin's gonna rock the floor. I believed in the heart of a good man. I believe in the soul of a maiden true. I believe there are people who understand. I believe there's a hero in you. Welcome to the Hero Shack. In a world where the doors keep on closing and it feels like we'll never escape, there's a place where adventures are open. There's a place where you don't have to wait. I believe in the heart of a good man. I believe in the heart of a good man. I believe in the soul of a maiden true. I believe there are people who understand. I believe there's a hero in you. Welcome to the Hero Shack. I deliver the tales for the hoping. I'm the wind in the sails for the brave. I'm the lesson that helps you keep coping at the end of a very bad day. I believe in the heart of a good man. I believe in the soul of a maiden true. I believe there are people who understand. I believe there's a hero in you. Welcome to the Hero Shack. Welcome to Hero Shack. He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy feels his name. The one I got with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with the blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. The great Cyclopean. The great Cyclopean. from heart to mast, heroes fighting to the last. Who's gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? The great Cyclopean, the great Cyclopean, the great. Issue 9 is here at last. Secrets are all falling fast, torn apart from heart to mass. Heroes fighting to the last. Who's gonna save the day? Isn't there another way? Oh, the great Cyclopean, Cyclopean, the great Cyclopean, great Cyclopean, great.
Escape and thrive. Escape and thrive. Just a kid with lots of years, lots of laughter, lots of tears. Bodies age while spirits rage. Every issue's another cage. Escape from a world without heroes. Escape, bring your vision to the light. Escape, be inspired by your heroes. Escape, be the hero of your mind. I'm just a man with lots of time. Sometimes in life you just go blind. You've got to have a place to go, far away from what you know. Escape. Sometimes in life you just go blind. You've got to have a place to go, far away from what you know. Escape from a world without heroes. Escape, bring a vision to the light. Escape, be inspired by your heroes. Escape, be the hero of your mind. I'm living a life so I can dream. All that's dirty can be cleaned. You've got to have the nerve to rise. Look the madman in the eyes. Coward not, lift up your head. You are not the living dead. To your feet and don't back down. Stop looking lost if you are found. I'm just a man with lots of time. Sometimes in life you just go blind. You've got to have a place to go, far away from what you know. Escape away from a world without heroes. Escape and thrive. Bring your vision to the light. Escape, be inspired by your heroes. Escape and thrive. Be the hero of your mind.
Hi there, my name's Chris Tamulevich. I am the creator, writer, artist, etc. for the Great Cyclopean. So, I'm crowdfunding over at fundmycomic.com, and we have met our goal. It was a meager $500. It was based on 3 backers, and then we've kind of gone stagnant. Now, there are a lot of reasons for this, I suppose. I don't do many appearances. I don't do shows online, mostly because I feel I damage myself. I am diagnosed autistic, and I think a lot of times I get carried away. I say too much. I say something silly, or I say something unlikable, and I ruin my opportunity. So I've been trying to keep it quiet. To be honest, we're on issue 9, and sales have not really increased the way that we had hoped. Now, I take all that personally. I look at it and I say, well, maybe it's the writing, maybe it's the art, maybe it's the colors, because I do all that myself. Creating comics, it connects me to the world in a way that connections don't work. Of course, to make that work, I have to create a fan base. So, while current readers of The Great Cyclopean are waiting on a fantastic trailer to come and promote it, I thought maybe the best way to do that would be to talk to you guys one-on-one. This is a 12-issue story arc. We're on issue 9. And when we get to 12, we're not sure where we're going next. Cyclopean may in fact be endangered. As unique as he is, I really don't know if I can justify continuing the series beyond 12 if I don't have the ability to show growth to my publisher, who is my wife. We're self-published, but you know what I'm saying. While I'm asking you to back issue 9 and make it a success, I'm also asking anybody who's willing to go to HeroShack.com and check out the first 8 issues of The Great Cyclopean and let me know what you think. I can use all the input I can get. I'm sure I'm on the right track. I know that I'm growing every issue, but maybe it's time to trade up. Maybe the world wants another Batman or another Superman. So that's my pitch. I know you wanted an elevator pitch that told you about the story. Well, the story's very easy. Cyclopean's under attack, and he's got friends fighting with him to save the day. Check out the books, back the book, help me make a success out of The Great Cyclopean.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time.
Ooh, I see you every time. Oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And I beg to see you dance just one more time.
So they say,
Dance for me, oh.
I never seen
Anybody do the things you do before?
they say. never seen anybody do the things you do before. Move for me, move for me, move for me, When you're done, I'll make you do it all again. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. Yeah.
Ain't got no pickup or puppy dog. Just got my weapons and fatigues on. I got a crazy look and an amazing book, but don't scramble my eggs, country Melvin. But don't shake my damn legs, country Melvin. Don't get in the way of country Melvin. Pew pew and punch two. Pew pew and punch two.
King and be bestowed power to a man unknown. Set him out into the land, power coursing through his hands. Evil seeks to bring us down. The devil doesn't fool around. Evil lies at every door, gnashing teeth you can't ignore. Trials of the sinner's life, living life under someone's knife. Evil seeks to bring us down. The devil doesn't fool around, but the cardinal, he fights to save the day. No matter the fight, he always musters the light. The cardinal just his stomach.
Issue 9 is here at last. Yeah. Secrets are all falling fast. Do tell. Torn apart from heart to mask. Yacha. Heroes fighting to the last. Back the book and make your day. Go with curiosity. Tripping, give me shot, and drop. Tripping, give me shot, and drop. An awesome book that's sure to slay. Bring it up straight to the top. We got your back, baby. No, we'll never stop. The Great Zacopion. The Great earthquake, cyclopean. Issue 9, baby. Bring back Mundo. Bring back issues free at HeroShack.com. Bring PDFs.
Let's see. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Can Solo. I'm listening to Diana. She's not doing well. She's kind of sick. Lots of pain. She's got muscle aches from it. And it's been one of those weeks for us. We lost Kitty. When I say lost, I mean the kitty may come back. He's a 16-pound coon cat. And I've been looking everywhere. I've actually approached like 6 different cats now. None of them are him. But they all look like him. There's a lot like him around here. So I'm hopeful. People keep telling me they saw one like him, so I go check it out. But this has been an interesting week. We got 14 days left on the campaign. We're at $1,200, which is really cool for us. Thank you, guys. I'm going to be trying to promote over the next 2 weeks. I think Diana has a couple of things lined up. We do have a show this weekend. And who knows, I'll be promoting issue 9 there as well. That's going to be funny. That's at Granite State Comic-Con. And that's in Manchester. And funny story behind that is Diana picked a table that I would not have. So we are at a strategic disadvantage, but we'll be working it out. It's going to be fine. So I guess before I do anything else, I should say back the book, link below. Check out the back issues for free at HeroShack.com, link below. And now I'm going to share the StreamYard link because really doing this solo is fine, but like I'm not really a talk show host or anything. So if you guys are out there, you want to join the StreamYard link was just shared in the chat. And yeah, I'm going to just roll through this hour. Sometime after 10, I'm going to go back out on the streets again because that was when the last sighting was of our cat Hook. And that was just a block away. So I think I'll go out and just shake the can, walk down the street and see what he does. It was weird when it happened, so I don't know if he's even alive, but I'm keeping the faith. Hook was really cool, is really cool, and he deserves to be back here. And I think he just got scared off. We've talked about it. I think we talked about it. No, we didn't talk about it last week, did we? Because it hadn't happened yet. But the morning that he stopped coming home, the other 2 cats came in, tails puffed up, all freaked out. I thought he must have gotten hit or attacked by a vulture. I still don't know. Maybe one of the hawks around here picked him up. But he's pretty big. He's 15, 16 pounds, so I'm not sure. Still, I've seen one locally that probably could do it. We've got some amazing predators in the neighborhood. And I'm speaking of animals. I don't want to sound weird there. But between bears and foxes, maybe coyotes, I'm not sure. Fisher cats and hawks. Yeah. Yeah, gotta be careful when you're walking around here. And it's got nothing to do with the people. It's got everything to do with the wildlife. Yeah, so trying to think if I'm not. Oh, well, I could tell you guys the Cardinal of Justice part 3 is well underway. I'm freaking out because I'm coming up with ideas for the character, and really they're not going to fit into one book, but you never know. There could be more books on the way. Cyclopean 10 has not yet started. I haven't started drawing it yet, but I am fleshing out the script and getting that ready. And really, that's all the news. I mean, we could talk about drama, but who really wants to? The biggest drama was, I know that EVS and I blocked each other again. So all is right in the world. I took exception to his dastardly deeds, and he took exception to my autism, and I enjoyed it. And we ended up blocking each other. which is for the better. Because really, dude, I don't want to see his stuff, and I know he doesn't want to see mine because, yeah, I just call it out. There's few things in life that I really get upset about, but crimes against kids, racism, and to a lesser degree, crimes against women. And I don't mean like their, victimhood is less important as the others, but it's just the levels, like the things that set me off. And I would say it's third behind the kids. And yeah, well, all evil is bad. So I don't know how you rank it. I mean, I believe it was God who said, a little sin is as bad as a big one. Sin is sin. But I digress. Let's see. This is not going to be a long show because I'm not going to do this long by myself. And really, I don't have to, guys. I mean, everybody could go to sleep. We can have just a nice little night. I'll go looking for my cat. No, I'm kidding. I did get a comic book in this week. I ordered and received Blood and the Sword. And it's an indie book. It's clean in terms of art and coloring. It's not really my cup of tea in terms of, the whole book. It's kind of like a sword and sorcerer type of idea, I guess. I'm assuming there's sorcery because of the Lizard Man. I haven't actually read it. I've gone through the first couple of pages, but it's been a long week. What's up, Terry? But when I do read it,
What's up, my friend?
I'll tell you guys more about it. I'm just talking a little bit about Blood and the Sword. I was surprised because there's a little bit of cussing in it. And the guy who put it together was inspired by a story his daughter made up. And I was like, they started calling each other assholes. And I'm like, well, I guess I can't give that away to a child.
Is it possible? Chris has finally picked up an R-rated book.
Oh, I've got tons of them. I mean, it's just that one surprised me because of the little kid being involved in the perception or the conception of the project. There's some graphic stuff in the art too, but I imagine at this point of the deal, I think the kid must have just shared an idea and he expanded on it. But it's definitely, if I suppose a kid could come up with this stuff even with the language, but I don't know.
Most depending on the type of language, a kid could come up with it.
Yeah, I mean, truly, and I don't want to judge. It's just like
if you truly want a book that's unfiltered.
Like when I look at it, I'm like, can I present this in a classroom, right? Like, because I'll be bringing books into classes to show kids stuff.
Mhm.
I'll show you, other than the Cyclopean, the great Cyclopean. This is another one that I can bring in without a doubt. Mighty Mascots. And why isn't it coming in focus? Probably because of the bag. You see
Probably.
that's weird.
You got to take it out the bag.
Yeah. But Keith is a local guy. He's awesome. I should drag him into a classroom. I know he gets along with kids. But like, I've gotten books like Bronze Star, which is, more mature. I wouldn't say it's well, yeah, it is rated R.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a few of them. Melvin, of course, I have Melvin, and I have.
Well, most kids are drawn to the more mature content because it feels more real than anything that's actually catered toward them.
Well, I think it depends on a couple of factors, age being one of them, because like when you're looking at, say, a 10-year-old, cutting edge to them, like gritty, can really vary depending on like the environment. Like a kid being brought up in the boroughs of New York City will be slightly different than a kid being brought up I don't know, in the Midwest somewhere with a population
Hey,
of
I'm
20,000.
in the Midwest.
Yeah, I have this handy. This is definitely at least PG-13.
Mhm.
It might be rated R.
Well, if you can count the number of F-bombs on one hand, it's rated R.
Let's see. Jack Irons. I think Jack Irons is R, right? I don't know. I
Yeah,
assume
I
everybody
think
gets the same books I do.
Jack Irons is an R-rated book.
Yeah. See, so I can play the game. I got some. Want to see something else I have?
What's that?
Vigilante.
Vigilante Street. Ah, yes.
It's a mini comic, or he calls it a mini comic. It's really an art book that goes with a couple of novels.
Yeah.
That was interesting because I was like, I wanted a comic, but I got that. And of course,
No, the art book. Sometimes the art books are pretty good.
why is this camera stinks tonight?
Ah,
Hmm.
battle of something. This battle of something. I got that
No.
part.
I just figured out what it is. Let's see. Okay, that should do it. Make it cleaner. Yeah, see, I had the studio effect on. Battle of the Kings. Dun dun dun. And there's this came out from Wiggle, but there's a coupon that it had I cut it out in a timely fashion. I could have sent it in
Yeah.
to get extra stuff. But look where he put the coupon. He did this intentionally. I would have had to cut out a hole in the cover. I don't
No.
want to do that. I like this.
No. The idea was to get you to make a photocopy of it because the cover's too important.
No. I watched the streams, and he was dead serious. He was like, he always thought it was crazy that they put these coupons on the back cover, I guess. So he put his in the middle of the front cover, or on top.
Yeah,
whatever.
the inside front cover. Yeah.
Yeah, right in the cover, and I'm like, wow.
First of all,
if you cut it up and mail it back, mail the coupon back, I'll send you something else. And he really meant something else. Like, it might be a piece of gum, it might be a sticker, it might be another copy. And literally,
it's one of those fake. It's one of those fake coupons. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, but he was sending stuff to whoever cut it out. Like, that was part of his major joke. Because the book, in all seriousness, it's an anthology with very short stories from multiple people. In terms of like quality, it's not going to knock down any doors or win any awards in the traditional sense. But it was funny because I think he wanted to prove anybody can make a comic in a timely fashion.
That's true. Really they can.
Well, bro, you and I are 24-hour bros, and even though I never made it, I got close. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not
hard, but the thing is, you have to really want to do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I think it's different if I don't want to say this and upset people, but it's different when it's like a grift. Like some of these campaigns are drawn out so long because the longer you have it up, the more you gather and more money you make, and it's just not my cup of tea.
That's true.
Hey, the show is absolutely dead. We have like 2 viewers, and that might be me and you. I think I have a window open on the side.
Yeah. I know my window is still open before I came in.
Yeah, so there's 2.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody else here other than me and Terry, say something in the chat.
Oh, by the way, where is the Queen of Demolition?
Oh man, she's sick as a dog.
Oh man,
sick, man. Like,
all the nights I decide to come on and she gets sick on me. That's not fair.
Yeah, I want to take her down to ER, but she says she's not that bad. But I'm like, baby, like, she walks, and she's got body aches. I'm like,
Well, if she's not feeling better by morning, then take her.
Well, we're so close to the hospital. I'm like, there's no excuse. If I get even a hint, I'm like, you're going, girl. it's and she's always been the same way with me. I remember one time I thought I was having a heart attack, right?
Mm.
And so we went down, and turns out I had walking pneumonia.
Oh,
No heart attack at all, but I was feeling the pressure from the mucus in my lungs.
yeah.
And but it was funny because I'm like, honey, I think I'm having a heart attack. Off we went immediately. And there was one time, oh no, I won't talk about that. But there's been medical issues that I just go to her and I'm like, is this supposed to work like that? And she's like, oh, okay,
Oh,
down to the ER we go. Is
oh,
your
those are the
finger
times you've
supposed to
actually
burn this
scared her.
way? Oh man, it's it's kind of life, I guess. But
Yeah.
sometimes injuries and stuff is like, is that supposed to be able to do that?
Yeah.
I didn't know my foot could turn south. How about that? Wow. Oh man. So how you been? How's your comic coming and all that?
Well, I'm almost done with it because I've done all the storyboards, made all the corrections to the scripts. The basics of the basic. Now, all I have to do is just ink it and then format it.
Oh, the good old days of paper, pencil, and ink.
Yes.
I'm still doing glass. I love the glass, man. I'm
No.
hooked.
I can't do the glass.
Yeah, most people can't. Even the people doing the glass, most
They
of them are
can't
using
do it.
covers and stuff. They put down a
I
screen
know they put
protector.
those special covers that feel like paper on them. Yeah, I know.
I tried one and my hand went numb from the vibration off of it. I was like, nope. Plus,
You've had gotten so used to the glass that it's like anything else feels weird.
well, I loved glass right from the start because one issue I've always had with sketching was the roughness of the paper. I like
Yeah.
Bristol more than sketch paper because I can feel
Actually, any paper you use has tooth to it. That's what most people don't get.
Yep, but Bristol was the smoothest I could get, except for maybe vellum, but I didn't want to draw on tracing paper,
Well,
And
depends on the vellum. That's the thing. And
yeah,
if
well,
you
that's true too.
and pencil won't stick to vellum.
Well, not well, but it can.
It can, but it won't.
But
But
yeah, that's why I
by
did
the
draw
time you
on
move
it
it,
too,
half the pencil is gone.
Yep. But that's why I did Bristol because it was like the
Yeah.
best I could get in paper.
Mhm.
But compared to like I have Bristol sketch pads everywhere.
Yeah.
But compared to those, glass is like it's like
Well,
the
for some of us, it's just too smooth.
Yeah, man, you ain't smooth enough, man. See how I made cyclopean blue there?
Oh yeah.
It's because he's out in space there.
What kind of color palette are you using now?
Well, he's still like brown, but there I was just using blue because see how I had like
I'm talking about. It looks like you've updated the color palette on your iPad.
Oh, not really. I'm just learning how to color a little better.
Ah. You
Eventually,
discovered the blending modes.
well, in particular, like, okay, so what you're looking at there is like mixed media in the sense that there's like, oh, look, I did that and it took it away. What if hang on? Why won't that? I was gonna try to get to see the background.
Yeah.
But it's not doing it because I have some sort of, and when I do that, it thinks I want to do a presentation and I don't.
Right. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, sort of. But like there's a photograph in there and then the background is a NASA public image thing that I found on Google before I set it up. Then I just used the Star Wars font for Can Solo. And because Diana's not here. But that Can Solo is just like yellow and then a layer on top with a little bit of orange red mixed on top and bottom to give it that middle glow. And down below the 9 p.m. thing, I just wanted to separate it. And the font I have that looks like that doesn't have anything but periods. Like there's no exclamation points, there's no dashes, there's no bullets, periods, and then change the color to separate it.
Yeah. It
One thing about
works.
Hero Shack is when I do something like just a quick thumbnail, I'm doing it on the cheap. I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not using massive amounts of time or energy or expense.
Nah.
I'm like, let's put something together. Can Solo, and she is.
It's
I've checked on her, dude. She's out. She's like down and out.
okay.
And like the cats and the dogs are with her because that's what our animals do whenever we get sick. We get inundated like we're Snow White or something. They curl up around you, they bug you, they keep you awake, which is probably for the better because
Yeah.
it helps to not be sleeping all the time. In my opinion, it helps me when
Yeah.
I'm sick. I don't like to sleep for 12 hours and then wake up and feel miserable.
No,
I'd rather
can't do
just-
that.
Yeah.
I've been
These-
told to do that. I can't do it. About
yeah.
4 hours in, I'm waking up because it's like, what am I missing?
Sometimes I sleep like every 2 hours even, and I'll get up for a half hour. What I've been doing lately, you ever play Retro Bowl? Well, probably not because you're not like an iPad user, but it's on other systems too. But it's a football flick
Mhm.
game basically.
Oh,
And
yeah. I play games like that, and it's like you get into them and you just can't put them down.
I've been playing that thing, I don't know, going on at least 5, maybe 6 years.
Mm.
And they updated, they came out with a college one, which I got, and it's fine, but not as good as the original. And
Yeah.
then they came out with an NFL licensed version.
Uh-oh.
It's bad to the bone. And I don't mean like they made the gameplay any different. It's still the same game, but with NFL teams and players, it just feels,
Yeah.
it's like I got Drake May on my team, my rookie, and he's not bad, but you can like the way it works, you can see their ceiling and their levels
Yeah.
and where they're at now, and he's got a long way to grow. I'm like, oh boy. Like some of the passes I throw, you can tell he's a rookie. It's out in left
Yeah.
field. But I am 4-0, and I plan to
Mhm.
go at least 12-5 at least. Yeah, that's my hope.
Hey, if you can do it, do it. Mhm.
Well, in the original, I can go undefeated. I went undefeated like 4 or 5 seasons in a row, including the playoffs.
Yeah.
I was the Retro Bowl champ. But I'm thinking they must have amped this up because it's the NFL.
Yeah,
And
they did
the way they
for that reason.
if you do what I do is a dynamic setting, which means the difficulty will adjust. So if you lose like a game, it'll come down a notch so that
Yeah.
like, you have a better chance to rebound. Even though if you're losing a game, you're usually at maximum level, and one notch down isn't much better if at all.
Right.
But it does make it feel so. If you have a 3 or 4 game losing streak, all of a sudden your guys feel a little stronger. They're getting a little better.
Yeah.
And you'll win a couple, and then you'll get right back into that same zone, and you're getting beat up again, unless
Yeah,
you
but-
learn and find a way to get around these things.
No, they did that to keep you playing.
Oh, and it works. It works well.
That's the only thing they did. They did that to keep you playing.
Yeah. Well, it reminds
But
me.
in
of the
some
old
way, but in
basketball
some
games
ways,
where
that's a good thing.
you never play defense. You have defensive players and a defensive coach.
Yeah.
But you're only offense, and when they're on offense, you don't see their plays. It just gives you a summary while it runs through a quick little like screen thing. You see the field,
Yes.
bing, bing, bing,
Little
bing, bing.
cutscene while they're
No,
playing.
not even cutscenes. They just give you like quarterback, whatever his name is, say Elway to Johnson, and
Yeah.
Johnson 5-yard catch, and Smith 7
Oh, they
yard.
give you play-by-play summaries.
Right. And your defense will sometimes stop it, and it'll come up and say, interception at the 20 for Jones. And that's it. And now it stops, and you get in, and you're wherever he was stopped, and your offense is in, and then you're flicking away. And you really, it's interesting because you can call audibles, but you're not picking any plays. You go
Right.
up to the line of scrimmage, and there's a play with multiple options that can either be run or pass, or you can call an audible.
Mhm.
And I mean, if you're into football, and
Oh, if
I
you're
would
into football,
recommend-
that's the game you should have.
yeah. Well, I'm saying everybody should try it. It's free, but you can buy the upgrade and not get any ads or whatever. They're not
Yeah.
I had it free, and I just got it mostly because when I get a game that's free and I like it, if I like it and they have it for sale, I'll buy it just to make sure I support that
Yeah.
that company, that creator. And they've done 3 versions of it now, so I guess paying a little has paid off. A lot of people must have. $2 for a game though that I've played for 5-6 years is not bad.
No, it isn't.
And it's just like Procreate. I paid
It's
$10.
like it's like the all the EA games for NFL football, NCAA basketball, same thing. You buy
but
these
those are
games
more
every
intense.
year to see
Those
to get a feel for the new players. That's all.
Oh, see, those games I used to get so into because I'd have to you have to kind of like become the coordinator of offense and defense and special
Right.
teams. And on this game, the thing about it is, and I thought I'd miss it, but I never did.
Mm-mm.
You're bringing players in. You're doing all the free agents and the drafts.
Right.
Defensive team, all you're trying to do is get the best possible players that you can afford because like you never play them. You
Right.
just see them in summaries. Whereas the
Right.
offense, like I end up with getting 4 or 5 star, and 5 is the highest on all the
Mhm.
offensive side. And if I'm feeling greedy and I have an old running back who's great stats, I'll get
Yeah.
rid of like a lot of my defense and I put
Mhm.
in a bunch of like all-star offensive linemen so they can block them
Yeah.
so you can get like 5,000 yards in a season. It's
Yeah.
it's
Exactly.
it's video game. It's not good
Exactly.
subject to talk about. Our viewership has not grown, so people out there are not into retro games at this point. And
Well,
I don't care though. I live and die by retro.
most
Have
of
you ever? Go ahead.
most of us do. You must remember, Christopher, we are Gen X.
Oh yeah. Have you ever played Calamari Dacime?
No, I haven't.
It's
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
oh man, that's another obsession of mine that I got into. And it's funny because I bought a PS5,
Mhm.
and you would think I would be all over it, and I barely play it because it's not. It's not.
It's not a mainstream game. That's why.
Well, no. It PS5 is mainstream, but like it doesn't
No, I'm
have
talking
any.
about the game. The game you playing on the PS5 is not what they consider mainstream.
Well,
That's-
yeah. I got like it's a fake Sim City that was pretty cool. I
yeah.
got a couple of shooters, which I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I mean, I like it, but it gets boring,
Yeah.
And I'm really not into like these latest games where it's, I don't know, it's like a novel or a movie. You have to go through it and
Oh, the Telltale games. That's what those are. Where you have to keep
no, I mean
clear.
like just the regular like the stupid let me think of an example. Uh like games where you're moving along and you have to go through like quick time events where they'll like flash letters at you and you have to press them on your keyboard or on your
Oh
joystick.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know those.
And it's more like
I had fun with those, especially on GameCube.
oh no, see, GameCube had a lot of great games though.
Yeah.
All right, hang on, I'll show you a little side thing. So this is I think this is the Switch introduction to Katamari Damacy. I'm playing PS2, but
Mhm.
hang on, I'll show you what it does. Let's see. Oh, that's on the Xbox. All right,
Okay.
so you end up with this ball and a whole assortment of things.
Mhm.
And come on. Oh, it's going so slow. Okay, so you end up rolling around and you have to pick all the stuff up. And your ball is
Yeah.
kind of like a snowball. It just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
And so he's got a timed goal, like he might have to get, I don't know, 10 centimeters. So he's going to roll around, beat a clock, get to 10. And the cool thing about, I'm playing an old version. This looks like it's a high-res version of what I'm playing now. I'm not sure. But like you get to go back and replay them. So maybe you need to get 10 centimeters of stuff to beat the level. But you can go
Yeah.
back in, and once you kind of memorize the levels, you come up with strategies, and you know, like on this level in particular, mine is 15 centimeters. That's my record.
Mhm.
And I keep trying to beat it. And it went up from like 10 to 10.5 to 12, you know, and you kind of just Like you sort of
Ah,
get stuck there for a second, you know where not to go, so you streamline your run, and yeah, it's fun. It's just a lot of fun. And you see a lot of
mm,
stupid stuff like cookies and cell phones and
yeah,
thumbtacks, and yeah, there's no logic to it. It's not like, okay, this makes sense. No, it makes no sense.
no, it's not
Um,
supposed to make sense. That's the whole point.
yeah, it's very Japanese too. It came out here as well, but it started in Japan, and I guess it's much bigger there.
Hmm.
Sorry, I was taking a drink. But like here it didn't sell as well, and I'd rather play this than say, okay, nobody shoot me, but I'd rather play this than say Call of Duty. That's
Yeah.
because I really suck at Call of Duty.
Well, the thing about Call of Duty is you really have to be into first person shooters.
Well, that's true for you or I, but my trouble is when I run into a lobby and I go play with a bunch of people, there's always
Hmm.
like a 11-year-old kid, and he just got the game this week, and he's got like 32 kills, and I've got like 15 deaths and 1 kill, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you, old man. I'm gonna kill you,"
The
and I
thing
can't do
is,
anything about it. I can't
with
do
kids like
anything.
that, they've been playing it a while.
That's
Because you
true,
think
but
they're new to the game, this is not the first rodeo.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're definitely familiar with the format and everything, and I'm like,
Hmm.
dude, that was a quality death I gave you. I came out so you could shoot me like that, dude. No, you didn't. I hunted you, And I'm being nice because the 10, 11, 12-year-olds on those kind of games are usually very
Yeah,
mouthy.
I know. Those are the ones who are fun to play with.
That's what I used to do too. Like there was a time on Xbox Live, I think it was 365 era,
Mhm.
where or 360. We
Yeah.
um we used to have nastiest conversations, chatter back and forth,
Oh
and
man.
it wasn't like serious, but you'd be like, "Oh yeah, MF, I'm going to take down your," and it's whoa. If you said that stuff today, they'd be
Dude.
banning.
Oh, it's like this. You take out the guy you've been trying to take out for 2 weeks. When you finally take it out, the guy comes to you over the mic, says, "You think that was funny? Watch this." And all of a sudden, you got a bullet hole through your head.
Yep. Well, I think I know I have a friend from Mantown who plays it,
Mhm.
but I haven't played him yet. I got Helldivers 2, which is an
Mhm.
awesome little shooter too, but I haven't been bitten by the bug. There's a lot of cool stuff though. You feel like you're in the Mandalorian almost.
Yeah.
Badass in
Oh,
armor.
there's this 65-year-old man who plays these first person shooters. He has a YouTube channel. I forgot his name, but it's funny to see this guy take out all these young guys.
Oh, is he good?
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
man.
The secret is he was also a sniper during the Vietnam War.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say something like that. A veteran who actually figured out how to use a controller. Look
Yeah.
out. He's got training, he's got strategy, he's got insight on how to set up and go.
Hmm.
Yeah. I know a lot of military people who play it, but I know
Yeah.
quite a few who don't either. Like Cap doesn't play Tony.
Nah.
He laughs about it. He's like, I'd rather do it. Well, he could, but I couldn't. I'm like, hell no, I can't run around and do that stuff. I'm old. I got a gut, man. If I try to climb a fence, I'm going to gut myself going over those little barbed pinchers at the top. The twisty fences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The barbed wire fences. Yeah.
Well, they're not really barbed wire. It's like they form the little like their little squares that are on their
Mhm.
points.
Yeah.
And yeah. I used to be able to do those no problem, but
Yeah.
now I think I would die. I don't even think they make them anymore. I just Googled it and I'm like, do they even have? But I know they do. They're all at all the schools and stuff.
They do.
Oh, but every time I see a picture of them, you know what? A lot of people just putting barbed wire on top of it now.
Yeah. It was an adaptable. It's adaptable fencing. That's all it is.
Well, that's garbage. I like the old kind where it was like piercers on the top of the fence.
Yeah,
Of course, they started bending them, and now they really. I'm looking, and they're all bent over, so you don't hurt yourself.
yeah, I know.
But there was a time they
What's
didn't
the
care.
point?
You
What's the
reach up
point
the
of
wrong way.
having a deterrent if you can't use it?
Well, I remember if you didn't reach up the right way and pull yourself out, it was like putting a nail under your
Yeah,
palm. Yow!
exactly. Exactly.
I think even in the 80s, I remember them starting to bend them over for
Yeah,
the safety of the criminal. I mean, of the children.
the children. Yeah,
It's always the children.
yeah, but they fail to realize that the criminals are watching you.
Well, yeah, and I don't know. The world is getting so stupid anymore. I'm like, so
Getting.
the whole beeper thing. Did you hear about the beeper thing with Israel?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so like, yeah, that was a move, and I don't know how the world is going to respond to it. But somebody was like, "These people, they don't care about anybody," or about the Palestinians, and it shocked me because neither side cares about the other side. The whole issue is
True.
like they want to push each other into the sea and out of existence. And I don't just mean Israel. I mean Hamas wants to do that to them. And if you watch interviews on
Vice
the
versa.
street,
Yeah.
the two sides are not nice to each other. This isn't like
Dude, both
New
sides
York
have
and
been at each other's
Boston.
throats for over 1,000 years.
Yeah, thank you. Not thank you, but yes, you know what I mean. But
Mhm.
this isn't like Boston versus New York in baseball. This is like
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, this is like cold versus fire. Like it's been an
It's
eternal
something that's
struggle.
never going to get resolved. I don't
Or
care
if it is,
how long.
they're not going down the right path right now. Like
Mhm.
maybe someday there'll be something, but you ain't there right now, and that's obvious.
And you want to know the
Between
funny part about it is? You want to know the funny
what's
part
that?
about this? Both sides are making money off of it.
Yeah, I've come to a realization between the Middle East and the
Mhm.
Ukraine and NATO. Man, like I look at like music, I look at video games, and I'm like, wow, these are $1 billion industries. Brother, that ain't nothing.
That ain't
That ain't
nothing.
nothing. If you're building equipment for, a Gen 5 jet fighter,
Mhm.
you're making billions on that alone. And that's not
Exactly.
all you're doing. Maybe you're just making a sensor for a radar, but then you turn around and you get another contract and you're just making
Right.
that one screw that holds it all together. But that screw is worth,
That screw is worth 10 times what the sensor is worth.
right. And so you're doing that too. And you're making, oh my goodness. But here's the thing, as incredible as that is, they need the funding to continue driving the innovation, which means they need people dying because that's why they need the wars. And it's a disgusting cycle that capitalism, which I love, but that's one
Yeah,
of the negatives of it. If they find a market, they will find a way to keep it alive. And
exactly.
there's always going to be a market for weapons, but we know as businessmen,
Hmm.
if neighborhood A is fighting neighborhood B and they can buy whatever they need to fight, it becomes
Right.
a buying war. Then it's
Exactly.
actually, I don't know if you followed the war in the Ukraine, but it's funny because Russia, you could see where they first had the advantage, then you could see where NATO came in and
Hmm.
supplied the Ukraine, and now it's kind of tilting towards Ukraine, but that's really dangerous because Russia is. I'm worried about Russia because if you put their back against a wall,
Oh,
who
they'll come
knows?
up with something.
Well, they got plenty of them nuclear things, and
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to see that. Not for anybody. And I think if they
No.
use it, that's going to be the great reset. Remember, we've seen
Yeah.
a lot of elitists say that we need
Yeah.
to depopulate the earth, and well, that would do it. If you had a section of the earth and you had a plan and you thought you could save that section and just lay to waste the rest of it, you wait 20 years in some spot that you believe. I keep saying that they believe would be safe. Because who knows? Nobody's ever lit up the world with nuclear fire before.
True.
They might think they're going to be safe and end up not so safe.
True.
But they've talked about wiping out billions of people. Well, if COVID couldn't do it, they could launch something stronger, but that's a high risk factor because it can bleed into anything. You let out a super virus, but nukes, that's kind of like the doomsday theme of choice. That's we've been taught since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Although I didn't have to do duck and cover under my desk. That was before my time.
I'm gonna let you in on something. The Cold War was the greatest R&D experiment ever improvised. Because both sides were developing the same item. One side would build the base, the other side would steal it, improve upon it. The other side would steal it back, and it keeps going and going and going.
Yep. And then you've got, third parties coming in,
Mm-hmm.
spying, bribing,
Exactly.
innovating on their own, and it's a constant, like, if there is a challenge in the future, it might be, China, who's huge.
Yeah.
And they're building plenty of weapons, and they appear to be high tech. The question is going to be, can they hold up? And God, I hope we never have to see that.
True.
I mean, I have more faith in our military than any military, but
Yeah. You know that camera in your iPhone?
yeah,
It was developed by some guy who got working for the KGB who got bored.
that doesn't surprise me actually.
All the things that were developed during the Cold War were developed for the civilian market.
You mean eventually adapted to it and whatnot?
Yeah. Because the internet wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the military. It came out of necessity.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there's things I just learned of something that I believe, and I don't know if it was actually factually true, but the idea is you can store information in a strand of DNA. And when I say information, I mean
Possible.
like trillions of gigabytes inside of it.
Mhm.
And so what the guy was doing was he was converting binary code into DNA code, whatever that is, the structure of DNA with the strands.
Yeah. Well, if you've ever studied biology, you'll see that a strand of DNA has over 1 billion cells in it.
Well, so it ended up that he could put like trillions of gigabytes inside a strand of DNA.
Yeah.
And then he could recall it and pull it out of the DNA like storage.
Yeah.
So I don't know where this is going in terms of, the world, but that kind of storage, DNA is small, dude.
I know.
Like they're talking like trillions of gigabytes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm paying how much for, 5
Somebody's
gigabytes?
trying to bring Assassin's Creed to life, basically.
That kind of storage, it puts you a lot closer. And the computers, the processing and stuff, I don't even want to know what they're doing with biologics and that, because the human brain is the best computer that we know of.
Mhm.
And I can see one of these clowns cloning a brain, growing it in a library and hooking it up to, a computer. And there you go. You got the best processor in the world. AI is living AI. It's a human brain, but it's programmed and it's under a hood.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that could be a great sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Your computer breaks down, you can't get into it because you know how Apple makes everything locked up.
Yeah.
But you break in anyways, and you find like a living brain in there. Nobody knows.
That
Secret thing.
would be a great comic book there. Because there isn't much in sci-fi anymore, unless you count the Predator and Alien comics. Other than that, no.
Yeah, no, it's rough because sci-fi. I don't know. Maybe I should try sci-fi. Sci-fi is one of those things where either you really get a person's attention or they're like, oh, it's like Lost in Space. Oh, it's like Star Wars. Like they equivalent because there's so much of it. You really got to have some unique stuff.
Think of,
Almost like
my
Twilight
thing
Zone.
would be think of an evolved version of Star Trek: The Next Generation. What is the next evolution of that?
Orville. Have you seen that
Or
show?
if
The
you want to
Orville?
go even, yeah, or if you want to go even further, you go beyond that.
Beyond that.
It's that simple.
Silverhawks.
There you go.
No, I'm messing around.
No, think about it.
Yeah.
You've got
yeah.
you've got in Silverhawks, you have your cybernetic characters, everything like that.
In Silverhawks, you had a killer theme song too. The 80s
Yes.
and early 90s had the best theme songs in
80s cartoons had the best intros, man. You can just record the intros and take them to any dance club and it'll be popular just like that.
Well, and it's amazing how many you remember that you don't remember. If that
Yes.
makes sense. Like when I heard a cover of Mask by Frog Leap.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. And I was like, oh yeah, this was rock. It's a rocking opening.
Yeah. What they did was they took the song and shortened it for the cartoon, but if you've heard the full version of it, it's like, wow.
Well, I don't know if he did a cover of the full version or added his own stuff, but I've only heard the cartoon version
Yeah.
and then his version. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this song did rock.
Yeah.
Same thing with Silverhawks. And Thundercats theme. You know, when I listened to the original,
You know Thundercats theme as soon as it starts.
Yeah.
There's no denying that one.
but it's weird because it's a little lame in the sense that, like, I remembered it being much heavier than it is. It's a piano.
Mhm.
It's got a drum. It's got a little bit of, brass in there.
Right.
Harmonic singers. Hear the magic, feel the roar.
Exactly.
But
It's
in my
got
brain, when I was a
so
kid,
many elements that when you think about it now, it's like, what were these guys do? What were these guys on when they did this? Because it's like,
yeah, well, it felt very like Hollywood doo-wah. But
yeah.
I've heard covers of the song, and I'm like, nah, this song rocks. And it rocks when I listen to the original too.
Right.
When I was a kid, I loved it, and I still like it. But I'm like, yeah, I would have put a little more guitar there because there is some guitar in it.
Yeah.
But like, I would definitely produce it a little heavier if it was for today. But there are covers that already did that, so I don't have to.
Right.
I can just listen to them.
Tell me about it.
Oh my God.
These things were like, wow. They were
You know
written.
what?
They were written to get our attention, nobody else's.
Let me
That's
check.
the only thing I can see.
Yeah. Hey, I
Yeah.
gotta go to bed because nobody's here, and it's you and
All
me.
right.
I do appreciate it, but I'm getting like sleepy,
Yeah, I understand that.
and
Well-
I'm afraid if we stay in much longer,
Oh, it's almost 10
Rick will
o'clock where
show
you are. It's almost 10 o'clock where you are, and you got to go to work.
yeah. But if Rick shows up, we got to stay on another 20 minutes minimum. And God love him, I gotta go to sleep.
I know.
All right, brother. So I'll talk to you next time.
All right, man.
And anybody out there, thanks for watching, and we'll
Thanks
see
for
you next
coming.
week.
And
Amen.
we'll see you next time.
There it goes.